So this is the Stone HS710. Now first we're going to talk about kind of my TLDR, what I thought of it, and then I'll talk about all the things that come with it, and then I'll give you a flight test. Now, I have to say that this is probably one of the best drones that I've used for the price, because it has a lot of good features. So with this, you get the eggshell, sturdy, soft but sturdy case. And then inside you have this. So first, let's just talk about the remote control. You got the handles here. You got the antennas. Put that here. And then I really like this because you're not really dependent on your phone as much as some of the other ones. You're mostly dependent on the screen here, and you turn this on and you have a lot of information. So with this, you have the signal strength, and then you have the battery power of the remote control, also the battery of the drone if I had it connected to this. You have your distance and heights limits. You have how many GPS you're connected to, and then you have the mode that you're in, return to home, land, the lock, power button as you saw, and then you have also the speed control and video and photo. So really like that everything is here. You do have to have 2 AA batteries for this that they don't provide, but I actually like this opposed to some of the other ones that have a rechargeable battery built in, because if the internal battery dies, I have to wait to recharge it, whereas this, I can just plug in some more batteries. Also, when the internal battery is done forever, these are throwaway items. You can't replace it. So I like being able to replace the batteries with my own rechargeable, and I like to keep it around for a while. So it all depends on how long you think you're going to keep it. But yes, this is probably one of my most favorite things about this. My biggest gripe, I would say, and it's a small gripe. I shouldn't say big gripe. It's a very small gripe. Is the phone holder. Get this out of the way. You have to kind of pull this. Let's turn this off. You have to kind of pull it out and make sure you get it all the way out, and then tilt it up. And it's just, I don't really like that design. I feel a lot of things that can go wrong with that over time. But like I said, this is my only gripe about the whole thing. Remote. Put that back in. Put this away. And then you get 2 batteries. One here, we'll talk about the other one. And then this is the actual drone. Take this out. Go here. And then with this, some people say this kind of looks like an alien head from the movie Aliens, so whatever. And then also we're going to flip this over. So here you have the SD card slot. If you record to the micro SD card, it gives you better quality than recording to your phone. Also here is where the battery goes in. The thing that I like about this is that this button here actually is the power gauge, but it also, once this is put in, it actually turns on the drone as well. And then here, you don't have to have a separate charger. You just plug in a USB-C cable here, and it charges the battery. So that's nice. Besides that, it's very light. So it's kind of too light. It doesn't work very well in windy situations, but if it's a mild wind, you won't have any issues. So next, let's talk about what other accessories that you get. So you get another battery. The one thing that I do like is you get these little foam protectors. So basically all you have to do is kind of push this in, and when you're storing this, because you can store the battery with it, put it on the right way, you can store it, and it doesn't meet the terminals, so you're not killing the battery, but it'll still fit nicely snug in here. So I like that as well. And then also with this, you get cables, USB-C cables, a little mini screwdriver to replace the blades. You get replaceable blades. And then, as I always say, please read the instructions, because they have a lot of good tidbits that you might get stuck when you're doing something that if you know ahead of time, you won't have any problems. But like I said, this one was so easy to set up, it took seconds, where some of the other ones, I have to do a lot of setup, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one was just simple, and that's the one thing I liked about it. Usually with the other ones, once you get them flying, they're great, but setup was always an issue for me. And you get another one of those little foam things, and that's it. So now let's go and do a flight test. This is just a quick flight test, so you have a feel for what the drone is like in flight. I'll explain that little red circle towards the end. It wasn't that bad of a day. Barely any wind, just a slight breeze, so it was easy to control. I'm not zipping around too much because I know the background makes it hard to see, but I just want you to see the control of the drone. This is micro SD footage straight from the drone, so not from the phone, because like I said, you get better quality if you record straight to the drone. This is the highest 4K setting at 30 frames per second, so it's better than no stabilization, but still shaky. If you did a lot of post-processing, put it 60 frames a second, slow-mo, I think you get something that's decent, but definitely not like film quality. But definitely happy with the picture. This is just playing around so you can see kind of the distance, the handling, stuff like that. In a few minutes, I will show you the return to home feature. There's a couple other features I didn't really test out for this, but it can do a follow me, some other ones. So now at this point, I have the return to home feature, and this is where the red circle will come into play. Some of the other drones that I've had were way off from the original point of taking off. This one you will see is actually fairly accurate, so I was very happy with how this one turned out. And that's it.